Hello, this is Jan Watts talking to you from her office at 12 minutes past 6 on what's the date today? The 14th of October, Thursday. Yeah, anyway, I'm the new Poet Laureate for Birmingham 2011 2012, and I'm going to be doing a regular vlog that will be available through YouTube during my year, and this is vlog number 1. For YouTube as the Poet Laureate for Birmingham. Anyway, I'll do it once a fortnight and I'll tell you what I've been up to and what my plans are. Now, it's a week now since I won the great Birmingham Poet Laureate race. It's the only race I've ever won in my life, I would say, against fantastic opposition, I would say. Joe Skelt, Marcia Callum and Gary Longdon. And it was lovely meeting them, actually, and very nice, actually, at the start of the day to have a drink with them in the Icon Gallery restaurant and actually charging our glasses to Poet Unity. It was a wonderful day, and thank you very much to Catherine Mosey, who played the double bass at the Selig in the evening. Well, it wasn't evening, it was late afternoon, but it was the last sort of performance. Anyway, thank you to her, and yeah, it was terrific. Not just actually performing poetry, but actually the walk between the four venues, where we caught up with all sorts of interesting discussions, and it was a terrific day. Mind you, I'm a bit biased, I suppose. Anyway, then on Friday I went and did a turn at the Hollybush in Cradley Heath with the wonderful Richard Bruce Clay, and Marcus Taylor was there, and Big Brent, and there was someone called William Shakespeare, who was he's actually John, I think, but he was very funny, lovely, and a man with a flat cap and a guitar. He was ace. Anyway, it was really good and I enjoyed it very much. On Tuesday I went up to the library and I saw Sue Wilkinson from the library service and Nikki B, and we talked about actually my plans. Now there is a book full. I'm maybe being a little bit hopeful at the moment, but there is loads of stuff, so I'm not going to mention everything now. Particularly, actually, what I want to do is not necessarily what's going to be able to happen, really. Anyway, I'm just looking over to my notes over here. I've got my notes on the right hand side, and anyway, let me see. International Women's Day, yeah, that is actually the 8th of March 2012. That's the next one, and Penny Hewlett is now the poet in residence at St Martin's Church right in the centre of town, and we're hoping to organise something very special for International Women's Day. Watch this space. News of that will come up a little bit later. And also maybe doing something in the evening at the Poet in the Library Theatre. Over the year, I'm going to be doing quite a lot of mentoring, particularly Damani, the new young Poet Laureate, anyway, but other people too, hopefully. And rather than doing it in the library, which at the moment, of course, everything is sort of moving on in the library, but we thought we'd actually have floating mentoring. So I will take my boat up to town and we'll do poetry mentoring on the boat. Thinking outside the box there, John. Yeah, anyway, so that's going to come up later in the year as well. Floating mentoring. I quite like that idea. Anyway, also the other thing that I'm trying to sort of really get my head around now is I've forgotten. No, I haven't. Right, we hear about poets in residence. Now that usually is for a long period of time, but what I'm going to try and get is loads of very good poets in Birmingham. I'm going to try and get them on board to do one day in an organisation and to come up with just one poem. So at the moment I'm looking for poets who are willing to give up one day of their time, maybe over getting it all done in 1 week. I think probably everybody doing it on one day would be maybe a bit sticky, but over a period of a week, people go into organisations. I'll link poets with organisations. Yeah, I will. And they come up with a poem, and then we put them all together as a collection. That's right at its infancy at the moment, so I'm looking for poets. So if you're willing, you're a poet and you're willing to sort of get involved in that, that would be great. But it would be just one day of your time. And I'm looking for people to go into not arts organisations, but into, shops, industry, places, thinking a bit outside the box, not going to, as I say, arts places. Yeah, sort of cut away from that a bit. Anyway, that's another thing up on the list of things to do. Yesterday, my writers group, we had Julie Bowden, no, you don't call it ex, do you? Former Poet Laureate of Birmingham. She came into my writers group, Pens of Erdington, in Erdington Library yesterday, because she's working with us, with Juliet Rainsford, on a project with the Symphony Hall, and it's about Bluebeard. Oh, girls, be careful, lock your doors. Bluebeard. Yeah, because not this Friday, but the following Friday, there's I think, world premiere. Yeah, world premiere at the Symphony Hall on the opera Bluebeard. And if you haven't got your tickets, get them now, because the music's going to be amazing, but the visuals are going to be something else, actually. So I'm really looking forward to that, and that's on the cards. We're going to be working on that on the next couple of months, so that's a great thing. Can you hear my washing machine in the background? Yeah, that's an added special effect. And actually, can you hear my husband coughing upstairs? Oh, anyway, all human life is here. Right, what else is happening? Later today, I'm going up to the new offices. Well, are they new? Well, I'm going up to the offices of Birmingham Rep, because they're now, of course, out of the building in Centenary Square. They are now based at St George's Court, which is in the where is it? Jewellery Quarter. Anyway, I'm going up there to see Steve Ball and to talk about him, about sort of possibilities and links with Birmingham Rep. I don't know what's going to come from that, but it's very nice always to have a coffee with Steve Ball, because he's such a nice man. Anyway, so that's my plans for today. Tomorrow I've got Roy McFarlane on the Crumble, so it will be just a special programme, him telling everybody about what he's been up to in the past year and talking to me about my plans, and really looking forward to him, because he's such a darling, actually. Anyway, so we're going to be talking that on air tomorrow, and that's on www.rhubarbradio.com. Now, at the moment, you can't podcast that. You have to listen to it live at 12 o'clock. But hopefully, we'll have podcasts coming on board, in the near future, when we get our new website up and going. So, but anyway, it's a special tomorrow. I hope you can hear me over the washing machine, because it's now actually going a bit daft. Anyway, that's my first vlog as Birmingham Poet Laureate 2011-2012, and get in touch. Yeah, get in touch. I'm on Facebook. Okay, and I want to end each vlog in the same way, so I'm going to do that again for the first time now. Thank you, Birmingham. Thank you.